Today's topic is one that many of us have likely experienced: how to not let a narcissist break your boundaries. Narcissists can be difficult to deal with, as they often prioritize their own needs and wants over others. In this video, we will explore 7 strategies that can help you maintain your boundaries and protect yourself when dealing with a narcissist. The last one is key, so make sure to watch the entire video. Number 7. Understand what and who you are dealing with. Establishing boundaries with a narcissistic spouse or friend is a serious matter that requires careful consideration and planning. The first crucial step is to gain a deep understanding of their behavior and personality. Understanding their background, desires, and how they treat others is key to crafting effective strategies for setting boundaries. It is important to note that although narcissists may appear confident and self-assured, they are often emotionally fragile and insecure, which they will go to great lengths to conceal. Recognizing this fact can be essential in approaching a narcissist in a productive manner, as it provides insight into the underlying motivations driving their behavior. By acknowledging their insecurities and inadequacies, you can better understand how to interact with them and establish boundaries that are effective and respectful. Number 6. Be clear on what you will and will not tolerate. Knowing when to say no and doing so assertively is a key component of setting and enforcing boundaries. It is essential to take the time to reflect on what you are willing to accept from others and what you are not. For instance, you may be comfortable with playful teasing but not with cruel or demeaning comments. You may be open to honest discussions but not with verbal attacks or intimidation. Drawing clear lines in the sand and expressing them with a statement such as, "I will end this conversation if you continue to call me names," is an effective way to communicate your boundaries. If a narcissist's behavior persists, it may be necessary to end the interaction altogether. Refusing to engage further, regardless of their response, is essential to establishing and maintaining boundaries. Be prepared for a variety of responses from the narcissist, including arguing, blaming, minimizing your feelings, or even becoming aggressive. It is critical to remain firm and not engage in any further discussion or negotiation. Remember that your boundaries are not up for discussion, and any attempt to manipulate or violate them should be met with clear consequences. It can be challenging to stand your ground and maintain your boundaries, but it is essential to prioritize your own well-being and mental health. Number 5. Demand that your needs and opinions are respected. Narcissists often believe that they are always right and may dismiss or belittle the opinions and needs of others. However, it is essential to demand that your needs and opinions are respected when dealing with a narcissistic individual. Demanding that your needs and opinions are respected by a narcissist requires patience, persistence, and a strong sense of self. One way to do this is to communicate your needs and opinions in a clear and concise manner. Be assertive, but not aggressive. Use I statements, such as "I feel" or "I need," rather than you statements, which can be perceived as accusatory. It is also crucial to stand your ground and not allow the narcissist to gaslight or manipulate you into believing that your needs or opinions are wrong. Remember that you have the right to your thoughts and feelings, and they are just as valid as anyone else's. Number 4. Don't justify, explain, or defend your boundaries. Narcissists often use tactics such as scrutiny and intimidation to exert power and control over others, causing them to doubt themselves and their abilities. As a result, setting clear boundaries is critical in protecting oneself from such behavior. Part of boundary setting includes the right to decide what personal information you choose to share with others. The less personal information shared, the less a narcissist has to use against you. It is not necessary to justify your thoughts, feelings, or actions to an intrusive narcissist. If a narcissist criticizes you, a simple response such as, "I hear your opinion, and I will consider it," is sufficient. If they question your actions, stating "I am confident in my choice," is a clear message that their opinion is not necessary or welcome. If they demand an explanation, a straightforward response such as "That's personal," or "We'll have to agree to disagree," is appropriate. Number 3. Call out and name their behavior. Oftentimes, you may notice a narcissist behaving in an abusive way towards you, but you may not call them out on it. This may be because you're not used to it, or you haven't stood up for yourself until that point. It's critical that you address that, however. Once you notice abusive behavior, call out the narcissist on it. A narcissist may try to test your boundaries and see how far you can take some of their behaviors. When they act that way, learn to label that behavior, so they know you understand what they are doing. For example, you may say, "It sounds very disrespectful when you say I can't do something." Number 2. Implement the consequences. Establishing consequences is a crucial aspect of setting boundaries. It is important to determine in advance what actions you will take if your boundaries are ignored. When you are clear about your consequences, you can act on them immediately and decisively each time a boundary is violated. Consistency in enforcing consequences is key to maintaining your credibility. In the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, "Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent." Remember that you have the power to control your own reactions and emotions. When someone violates your boundaries, it is not a reflection of your worth or value. You have the right to stand up for yourself and demand that your boundaries be respected. By doing so, you are demonstrating that you have a strong sense of self-respect and self-worth. Number 1. If they don't learn, leave. Exiting a destructive interaction can be a crucial step in protecting yourself from controlling or abusive behavior. It is essential to remember that you, and only you, have the power to determine what is healthy for you. One way to exit a conversation with a narcissist is to use a polite excuse, such as looking at your watch and saying, "I'm sorry, but I'm running late," and then leaving. Every moment spent in the presence of abusive behavior takes time away from prioritizing your own self-care and well-being. It may also be necessary to directly confront the unhealthy treatment you are experiencing. You can assertively state that you will not participate in a destructive dialogue and that you will talk another time when the other person is ready for a constructive conversation. Remember that you do not need anyone's permission to protect yourself and set healthy boundaries. It takes courage to confront narcissistic behavior, but prioritizing your own well-being is crucial in maintaining a healthy relationship with yourself and others. Hope this video was useful in educating you on how to protect your boundaries from a narcissist. If so, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more information on how to deal with narcissists. We recommend the video on how to identify a narcissist next.